Hey guys, I'm working on this Navien NCB 240-110 Combi boiler today. I'm going to be converting it over to burn propane, liquefied petroleum, from natural gas, which is how it comes from the factory. So yeah, a little disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Doing this is highly dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It can cause property damage, bodily harm, death, explosions, all that. So entertainment purposes only. If you do decide to follow these instructions, you're doing so at your own risk. So like I said, we're going to propane. It's currently set up for natural gas. It comes with this, when you buy this boiler, it comes with a conversion kit, and it's usually just tucked up in there somewhere, stuck to the inside of the case. So they give you everything you need. Inside here is the orifice for propane, an O-ring, another O-ring, and two replacement screws for the orifice plate. So we're going to begin. There's a couple steps to this, but it's pretty straightforward. So I got my gas off. You can do this before the gas supply is hooked up if you want, just when it's in the cardboard box, but I'm just doing it now. So I got the gas supply off. I just put this little tag here just to remind me to change it over before I fire it up. So I'll remove that. I got it unplugged. And all you need to start is a Phillips screwdriver. So let me grab that. Okay, so inside the case is this fuel delivery tube here. We're going to remove these two screws right here, and there's 4 screws up here that are covering up the orifice. Okay, once you remove those screws, this tube just comes out. And if you look up top here, you can see we have the natural gas plate. You can see it says gas NG. We're going to remove that plate. You'll see on the back is that O-ring, sort of a harder plastic. It comes with a new one in the kit, so we're going to use the new one. Okay, so I got the new plate, and you can see it says gas LP, and I got the new O-ring, came with it. So we're going to place the O-ring in there. Cut out the right shape, and it doesn't matter which way it's flipped, it'll go like inside or outside. It's the same on both sides. Then we're going to install our LP plate with the writing out. And I am going to use the new screws. You could probably reuse the old screws, but I'm just going to use the ones that came in the kit. I'll get them both in, and then I'll snug them down. They're very small screws, so they don't have to be super tight. You can sort of judge by how tight the factory ones were. And then we're going to replace this O-ring. This is the new O-ring from the kit. You have to sort of make it fit that oblong shape. It comes around. Yeah, and then we're going to reinstall the tube. Okay, we're going to reinstall the tube. Ensure that this O-ring is in place. This O-ring's in place. Obviously, you get your orifices in. Gas LP facing outwards. I'm going to get all 4 in before I tighten any of them down, just so it lines the plate up. This one here you can see is a little off. Because this thing can move. Gas valve where you need it. We'll snug these down. Okay, we'll go on to the dip switches now. Okay, so dip switch number 1 is currently in the off position for natural gas. We're going to switch it to 1 for propane. And that's all there is to it to actually convert this over to propane. I have to fill this whole system and get it fired up, and then I will quickly show adjusting the gas valve if necessary using a manometer. Okay guys, this is the next day. I got the system fired up and I currently have 2 zones running. I got the garage zone and then one interior zone here going. Just turned the thermostat on. So let me just get back to the menu here. So basically there's one of 2 tests you need to do. Make sure the gas is configured properly. The preferred method according to the manual is using a combustion analyzer. So you put a combustion analyzer up in there and just follow the procedure in the manual for that if that's the way you want to do it. But combustion analyzer is minimum 1,500, 2 grand. I don't have one because I don't do this a lot. But the second option and is approved by the manual is just testing the offset pressure right here on the gas valve. So we're going to, sorry about that, on this little port right here. So we're going to crack that port. There's 2 of them. There's a lower one, that's your input. Right here is your offset. So we're going to crack that with a Phillips head screwdriver or a small flathead will work. Open it maybe a 1/4 turn. I'm going to put a tube from our manometer on. Okay, and let's back you up here. Okay, got the manometer. I zeroed it out, and I'm going to put it on the positive pressure side. We'll put it up here because you can't really, you don't want to be moving it around. Even just the slightest touch can make it move. Okay, so there. Now, you can't read it in this mode. It has to be in minimum fire mode. So we're going to hit back and menu, hold that. And then we're going to go to number 7 there, special operations. So it's on normal now. We're going to go to first min, which is basically low fire mode, and then you'll see it, you'll hear it and see it decrease its heat capacity. So it's at 55% right now. And you see it jumps right down to 6.5%. And if you look, you can see it doesn't even seem like it's running. But if you look in there, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It is still firing. It's just very, very, very low. And this is the mode that we want to be reading the manometer in. So we're at negative 0.04. So the manual has a chart that tells you what you should be at. So I'm on propane because I converted it to propane. I'm between 0 and 10,100 feet of elevation above sea level. So my reading should be negative 0.06 plus or minus 0.01. So I can be at 0.05 or 0.07, ideally 0.06. So we're going to adjust that so we get to 0.06. So if you look at your gas valve, there's a 530 seconds hex cap right here. We're going to take that cap off. Oh, dropped it. Okay, and behind the cap is another 530 seconds adjustment screw. And you can see engraved right on the valve here, it says plus is clockwise and negative counterclockwise. So we actually want to go down more into the negative. So we're going to turn it to the left. And you don't want to turn this thing any more than a quarter turn either way. It's very sensitive. You can see just me touching it here is changing the value. So I'm going to go to the left. That was about 1/32 of a turn. And so I'm just got into 5 there, 0.05. Okay, there. I'll turn it back. So I'm just at 0.05 to 0.06. And then I just want to feel where I'm at, so I'm going to crank it back more until I get to 0.07. And then there it is there. And that'll give me a range that I can feel it on this thing of where the middle would be. So you're perfectly on 0.06. So there, 0.07. And then we're back to 0.05 there. So then we'll go back. So I can feel it right there. I would say I'm in the middle of 0.06, if that makes sense. I can feel that. So again, we're still on low fire mode. We're stabilized at 0.06, negative 0.06, which is the setting according to the manual. So we'll just make sure that stabilizes, make sure we're good. Sometimes I just squeeze the tube there. Just make sure it bounces back to 0.06. You can even take it off. Make sure we're at 0 still. And that's looking good there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that cap back on and close the valve.